Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SAP Chats podcast, where we make corporate discussions fun and engaging. Today, we are live from the beautiful SAP Milan office in Italy with a very special guest, football player, a guitarist, and a chess master, Roberto Verdelli from our partner, Avvale. So Avvale is an SAP Gold Partner. It's a very special one because they have more than 1,000 SAP certifications. They have made 10 accelerator packages and they have 9 SAP competencies. Roberto is with Avvale since 2013, I think.
Yeah,
so he knows something
right.
about loyalty.
Yeah, that's right.
And he started as a developer.
Yeah.
But now he has built and he is leading a team of 35 people fully dedicated to AI, artificial intelligence. So Roberto, benvenuto a SAP Chats.
Grazie per l'invito.
It's nice to have you today. So first things first, I have made an introduction of you from a professional perspective in SAP ecosystem. Now let us warm it up a bit and let's speak about some personal stories, okay?
Yeah.
So I know that you have been playing guitar since like 15 years, right?
Yeah,
but you
true.
still consider yourself as a beginner.
Yeah.
Interesting. Who is your favorite guitar player?
I don't know, probably Tom Morello, I guess.
Tom
For
Morello,
Rage Against
really?
the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine. It's a band that I love.
Ah, really? Do you?
Tom Morello, you know, he's Italian. He's
Really?
from Italian
Is he?
origins.
Ah,
He's
I didn't
American
know
from
it.
Italian origins.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
He's a fantastic player, really.
Yeah,
Thinking
yeah.
out of the box, you know.
I
if
love
you-
his style and the
Yeah.
effects and so on.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. I
Yeah.
didn't know about that. So
Yeah, the way he treats the guitar.
he's
it's really-
innovative. It's
yeah,
an innovative guy,
innovation.
right?
Pure innovation.
So
yeah.
innovation
That's
in
true.
guitar and
That's
sound.
true.
Wow, that's great. And yeah, by the way, there are many Italian guitar players. I would call them guitar heroes that people don't know they are Italian. I don't know if you know, like Steve Vai,
Oh, sure.
Joe Satriani.
Sure.
So all of these guys are from
maestros of
Italian
guitar,
origins,
technical people,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. And do you compose your own songs as well?
Not really. We're thinking about have a band.
You have a band?
Yeah, I have a band. We recently started playing together. And as of now, we're doing covers mainly. One of Rage Against the Machine, of course, Killing in the Name.
Interesting.
But yeah,
we're gonna have offline discussions after the podcast.
We will get there. We will get there composing
That's
our
nice.
songs, maybe.
Great.
Yeah.
So you perform live with your
We
band?
started doing that, yeah. We started doing that.
Excellent. So we're gonna. Do you have any page where we can follow you or
No, not yet.
Not yet.
It will come soon. I'll share it to you for sure.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
What's the name of the band?
It's still in the discussion. We are still trying to find the best name.
All right. Work in progress.
Work in progress. Yeah.
That's nice. Nice to know that we have some same tastes in music. Amazing. And football. I think you have been playing football since forever.
Since I was a kid. Yeah.
Wow.
It's been
Interesting.
Been quite some time. Yeah. Always with the same team, like I did with Avvale. So I sticked with it for quite a few years now.
What's the team name?
It's named Castelnuovo. It's from where I come from. Yeah.
Excellent.
And yeah, we also, let's say, won the cup this year. So
congrats.
Very happy about that. It was something that we always tried to achieve over the course of the years, and we never really made it, but this year.
Excellent.
So,
keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Yeah.
I'm very happy about it. Yeah.
For you, who is the best Italian football player ever?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm really bound to Paolo Maldini, for example, because I am AC Milan supporter.
Okay.
So if you make me think about the best Italian players, I would say Paolo, but by heart, not really.
Good one. Yeah, exactly. An icon. So for me, it was Roberto Baggio, but also, different style.
That's the reason I support AC Milan, by the way, because my father supports Juventus and he was in Juventus. Then he moved to Milan and I was in love with Baggio, so I changed.
Excellent.
And I started supporting Milan and then I stick with it.
That's
because
funny.
I grew up, but yeah.
All right. So I usually run what I call the SAP Chats Quiz with my guests. Okay, so it's a series of 5 questions, 5 tricky questions, mix of professional and personal. And there is one rule that you have to respect. The answer must be in one word only, or one expression, word or expression, no explanations and so on. The good news is that when we finish the quiz, you can choose one of the questions, you come back to the question, and then you explain why did you say this and that, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, end of July, summertime, Wednesday morning, right? So if we were not recording this podcast episode, where I would probably find you?
In a call.
In a call. So calls are the core of your job.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. Do you like calls?
When they are, let's say, worthy, yes, that's an incredible instrument, of course.
It's a mandatory thing,
yeah,
right?
During these times where there's a lot of smart working going on, there's a bit of overusage sometimes. So,
yeah. The second one. So you're leading a team of 35 people, fully dedicated to artificial intelligence. Interesting. My question, the AI is evolving on a daily basis at the speed of light. Myself, in person, personally, I cannot follow the trends. It goes too fast. So my question to you, with this speed of light evolution of AI, do you think you will still need 35 people in the next 5 years? You're going to need more or less?
More.
You need more people, so no job losses in the horizon, in general.
No, not from our side, mostly.
Don't develop the rule, huh? Okay.
Right.
Third one. I know that you have been working in projects, oil and gas projects, right, for leading oil and gas company. And you have been working in Madrid, and you did many trips also to Saudi Arabia, right? What was your experience like in Saudi Arabia, in one word?
Surprising.
Surprising. Interesting. All right. Okay, now, personal one. If you have to give up one of the 2 activities, football and the guitar, which one would you stop?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Your band is watching.
Yeah, probably football.
You will give up football?
Yeah.
All of these years of football?
It's been 30 years already. So
enough.
I gave what I had to give.
You're still young, my friend.
And we won this year, so yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave it on a high note.
Excellent. Last one. Why do you think I have selected you for this episode today? One word.
AI challenge.
AI challenge. Okay. Great. So now you can come back to the question of your choice. Do you want me to repeat or?
I'll take the second one. The one regarding
35 people.
Yeah,
job loss.
The job loss.
More people.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
A relevant one. Please go ahead.
I don't believe we will reduce the effort needed by the humans, because our core activity is, after all, to leverage AI to automate processes and make people work life easier. And that's something that in the future I see trending upwards. I see a lot of need once AI grows even more than the current status, which is already amazing. It will be able to do incredible things, but it will definitely need people knowledgeable about it to configure it and to teach people to use it properly. So in our context, I don't see a decrease of the need of human people, human experts, but I see an increase. Widening the picture, it's a bit different, because after all, some jobs will be affected by it, and I think it's already evident that something won't be needed anymore to be done manually, but some new jobs will arise. So, like every revolution that we see coming to this world, typically the things balance out eventually, and everyone will be anyways needed in the world. It's something that's cyclical, in my opinion.
Interesting. I like this point of view. Why? Because it's a bit different from what we hear from here and there. So AI automation equals job loss, but your case is opportunities. There is a market and so on. So glad that you see that there is a real market. You are in it, actually. So good for you and your team. Speaking about people, so we have a people section here. As I said, AI is evolving at the speed of light. And I told you that personally, I cannot follow. I do my best to follow the trends and stay up to date and so on. So how does your team, you are an AI team, so how do you guys upskill? How do you stay up to date with the trends and what's there in the market?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, first of all, to have a team that's able to keep up with the pace of AI, you need passionate people. You need people that really likes what they do and feel like learning new things about it. It's interesting. It's something that they like and they enjoy. So even during the selection phase of the people that we hire, or in general, when they grow with us, we try to share this kind of view to them. We try to select people that are passionate, and we try to encourage this kind of lectures, even during working hours, because every project, even if it's something that maybe you already did somewhere else, it will have new nuances, and you never really repeat yourself twice. So because of that, we try to devote part of the hours that we spend at work in upgrading our skills, updating ourselves on the market, and testing hands-on stuff that come out, the state-of-the-art models and the state-of-the-art approaches in using those models. So in general, every project has a part dedicated to it. And we do also internal POCs, because whenever something comes out, you can read about it, but it's usually not enough. You need to play with it, put your hands on it, and that's when you really are able to understand how things works and how things can be then used to improve something, a process, a system, or someone's life in general. And one last thing, we also try to maximize collaboration between different teams that worked on different initiatives. That's not as easy as it was during the 5 days a week into the office, because we are in a smart working approach at this point in time in Avvale. So that's one of the things that gets a bit lost in having people working from home, but it can be absolutely mitigated by managing it properly. And we have specific meetings to address this kind of aspect. And that's where meetings are good. We said it in the beginning. If they are properly planned and used for good things, they are extremely useful.
When the objective is clear,
exactly,
it's more productive.
Fantastic.
So I would summarize your point of view in 3 points. So the passion, testing things you don't watch, you don't hear, but you test, right? Absolutely. And the collaboration. But you, as a manager or as a team head, are you also upskilling and doing these tests, discovering these new technologies, or you just throw to the team?
No, actually, even though I am the manager of the entire team, I like to have at least a couple of projects that I manage directly. They are quite an investment in terms of time, because when you are the project manager of a specific project and you are the only one able maybe in the team to manage it properly, you need to spend time, you need to put yourself into it really It's not coming in a couple of meetings, say a couple of things, and then leave it to the team. But I believe that's paramount to be able to then lead a team. You need to understand this kind of stuff. And that's how I do it. I put my hands on. I want to write the code. I wouldn't be able now after so many years away from it, but I go deep into the details in order then to be able to speak with customers with the confidence of someone that really knows what's going on in the inside. That's how we do it.
So you are leading by the example, as we
say. And that's what I ask also to the other managers on my team, to never shy away from the technology, never shy away from the details, because that's where we shine. The quality that we provide, I believe that's where we shine.
Excellent, great. So now the business and industries section, CIO Summit 2024. So CIO, Chief Information Officer, right? I know that you have actively participated in the last CIO Summit 2024, and you have been awarded the best AI, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning project. What's this project? Tell us.
Okay. So we worked with a big Italian company, and they are a public company, and they have a very high volume of tenders that they have to do on over the course of the year. These tenders involve over 10 companies, 10 suppliers that are invited. And once the tender is awarded to one of them, because of the public regulations that are enforced there in Italy, they have to do some specific checks on documentation, such as understanding if all the compliance aspects of the company are in line with the public regulations. So that's present here in Italy. If the crime record of the most important people of the company doesn't include any crime that's worthy of disqualification from the tender. All those checks were done manually. Manually meaning opening documentation, checking for information, and then compiling into a system the results. Through Generative AI, we automated entirely this process. So meaning that the users now have a web application that takes over the task of checking those information, extracts them from the contracts and from the documents that they receive, and automatically does those checks. The users are not out of the picture, as I was telling before, but they do a different job. Instead of having to scroll through the documents and find the information, the AI system highlights it for them, lets them access it through a couple of clicks, because you know that you have to check crime records for these 5 people. You can click on the person, you can access directly his crime records with the highlighted crimes and say, okay, they are good, nothing worthy of disqualification. So they only focus on decision making. The task of looking around for documents, saving them in an organized way is totally delegated to the system. However, the final decision, it's still with the user. So they didn't really reduce the number of people in the team that's delegated to this task, but they are able to do a better job, more precise, less stressful, because also they were telling us that before having the system, they were always they were rarely able to respect the deadlines that the public regulations set, and now they are. So it's mostly improving the quality of life, of working life of those people, and making them able to respect their deadlines. That's what we achieved with that system.
Is it just a POC now, or it's
no, it's in production. It's been there for I believe 6 months.
And So we are speaking about a real product.
Yeah. And the interesting thing that they shared with us is that they originally, by default have 30 days to complete verification, and they were often over the threshold. And right now it takes them around 15 days to complete the verification. So that's why I believe AI can really change our working life, because when applied properly, you get results like this, and it's amazing.
Amazing. So 50% of time saving. So it's really,
and from production numbers, so it's not an estimate. That's what impressed me as well.
And still within this use case, I assume that the AI is trained based on the customer data, because otherwise it won't be relevant, right?
Yeah, sort of. Actually, in general, generative AI, it's rarely trained on the customer data. It's called fine-tuning, and it's rarely needed. It's usually used and leveraged for its semantic capability of understanding our text, our language.
Yes.
So what we did there is basically leverage the understanding capability of generative AI to extract information from those documents and transform it from unstructured to structured. And after that, having an AI module trained or let's say equipped with the verification that people would have done on that structured data, and have the AI engine do it for them, providing as an output a traffic light coloring for each verification. So we didn't really train on data, and that's even an advantage in most of the times, because when you need to train, you need lots of data. True. This kind of system would work with only one document if you only had one. So that's the interesting thing of generative AI. Those models are pre-trained, so you don't really have to train them unless you want to or unless you need to.
Interesting. Okay. Somebody said recently, or I don't know, I don't remember where I've seen that, is that AI is going to be the last invention of humanity. The rest will be invented by AI. What do you say about this?
Could be.
Could be.
No, I don't think so.
At least we have time.
Exactly. No, bringing it back to, for example, to the music. You know, maybe Suno AI, it's software that generates songs. It's an amazing software. It generates incredible music. However, I hardly believe that it will be able to generate a Tom Morello song, because it's thinking so much out of the box that you can't really copy what's been done in the past.
True.
To create a song that's never been heard, that really breaks the box and goes outside. So AI works by example. It works on something that was trained on, and if it was trained on, it typically was already done by someone. So the real, let's say, area that will probably be outside of AI at this point in time, we don't really know. It's everything that's not really been done already. All the more simplistic tasks, more the simple tasks instead will be probably automated. So that's where I believe at this point in time we can think AI stands. So
we have to be careful. We need to stay creative.
Yeah, for sure. Responsible AI will be one of the main trending topics in the future. It will need regulation, and it will need the help of everyone in terms of handling responsibly all these technologies that, as you see, are very powerful.
I think we have to keep it at a level of AI powered by people.
Yeah,
not because people are saying people powered by AI.
Exactly.
You can still empower AI, right?
Exactly.
So speaking about AI, let's jump into the core of the episode, which is technology and AI. And this is why we are here. I invited you because of the AI challenge. So Avvale was one of the top 5 winners of the AI challenge organized by SAP for the EMEA partners, Europe, Middle East, Africa. So which means that it was a regional or a global challenge, and you were one of the winners, which means that you were one of the best innovative use cases. First of all, can you summarize this challenge briefly? Don't go into details. Just tell us about this challenge for someone who heard about it.
Yeah, basically, we were asked to ideate a use case based on SAP technologies that was innovative, but at the same time valuable for one customer that was accompanying us in this challenge. So that was, let's say, the brief summary of the objective of this challenge.
Okay, interesting. So you have to have some requirements from a customer, something real. We're not just here to, to play or test things.
Exactly.
I got the point. What about your experience and your team experience within this challenge? Pressure, deadlines, learning, whatever. Just tell me.
Yeah, it was very interesting because we had to be very innovative. So work on the frontier of use cases, because to be innovative, you need to think about something that's not that doesn't exist right now. But at the same time, we had to work with the customer, and because of that, keeping in mind that the system it's not doesn't only need to be innovative, but it needs to also bring value. Then once implemented, it needs a wow factor, because to win a challenge such as the one we're talking about, you need a wow factor. But at the same time, when you go to production, it needs to be helpful for the customer. So that was the main challenge we really faced. Finding the best trade-off among these dimensions.
Okay, so since you were a winner, there was a use case. So tell us about this use case and about the wow factor. You say the wow factor.
So we teamed up with a company that sells beauty products, so lipsticks, creams, balms, and stuff like that. And specifically, they have a line of products that are digitally native. So they are typically sold on their e-commerce or in stores that are not over their property, so like supermarkets or pharmacies and stuff like that. So their approach until now was mostly based on a customer coming and knowing what they wanted to buy, because not having a physical store means you don't have an assistant helping you find out what you need, what you should buy based on your need. So we thought about revolutionizing their e-commerce experience in order to provide to the customer that comes to their e-shop an experience that mimics the experience you would have in a store.
Okay.
Instead of having a search bar where you look for the product you already know you want to buy, a virtual assistant pops out, and that virtual assistant is able to understand the customer strategies, products, is equipped with all this information, and is able to handle questions such as I need routine cream for a routine for sensible skins. What should I buy? Based on the information related to the products and their characteristic, the virtual assistant is able to provide a journey that's similar to the interaction you would have in a physical store. And additionally to that, which is like the first step towards that kind of experience, we are integrating information regarding the user purchase history in order to comply with the characteristics of the typical product that this user used in the past. We will be implementing the possibility, instead of sharing your need, to uploading a selfie, in order to evaluate also what's the status of your skin and provide a product that fits best your needs by image analysis. And last but not least, this customer has an incredible amount of digital assets. So videos, tutorials, images, and information, medias that typically are associated with Instagram profiles of the people that are promoting the products. And using this approach centrally, whenever a user purchases a product, you can provide them with tutorials, the latest post that maybe went viral from their promoter, in order to unify the experience and create the most value out of the things that they already have, the digital assets.
Great. So, to summarize, an enhanced user experience in the e-commerce via this virtual assistants, a way of replicating the physical assistants, but online mode. That's interesting. And from a technology perspective, so I assume that for this AI challenge, you had to use some SAP Business AI components or services, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you elaborate this part for our technical audience?
Yeah, it's mostly based on AI Core and Launchpad, because most of the stuff that we will be implementing, it will be a backend engine able to integrate with this information, with this system, like the product information management system, the digital asset management system, the CRM. This data will be centralized. There will be the SAP vector database in order to centralize and embed this information, because typically a question made by the user or a need that's let's say submitted by the user to the virtual assistant needs to be confronted with the information you have behind the scenes, and semantically you need to obtain the information useful to generate a proper answer.
So you called it SAP vector database, right? Okay.
And there is also another aspect which is very important in the storytelling of the use case, which is one of the advantages of having such an experience on your eShop is the ability to drive also the users into checking products that are related to the ones that they are trying to purchase. You are purchasing this cream. It's most effective when you pair it with this other product. So they will be able to set up behind the scenes some logics, market logics, or technical logics, in order to make the virtual assistant understand what you should recommend in specific cases. And for that, we will also use the personalized recommendation service from SAP.
The personalized recommendation service.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's mostly an overview, the overview of the architecture.
All right. Thanks for that. I'm sure our technical audience will learn from it. So this use case, does it have any future, or it was just for the challenge?
Yes, we are implementing it with the customer. Yeah, absolutely. We are planning to complete the first version of it by September, October. But they're pretty excited about it. So yeah,
very soon
we achieved the best result of the challenge, winning and also having a customer accompanying us and believing in the value that this solution.
And you have an AI dedicated team, so no excuses.
Yeah, true.
Great. So apart from the challenge, have you developed any other applications or products or use cases related with AI?
Yeah, of course. My team is up and running since 2018, so we had plenty of opportunities to play around with AI with mostly enterprise customers. In general, 2 years from now, since 2 years, we are very much focused on generative AI. It polarized the market totally because it enables use cases that were before the advent of this technology impossible or very hard to implement, so not really worth in terms of return on investment. So we are working a lot on virtual assistants. We have plenty in production by now.
Any specific industries?
No, actually not. No, we don't really focus on one specifically, and given the fact that kind of use case is very horizontal in terms of ability to apply it in different sectors. We work with insurance, we work with retail, we work with oil and gas, of course, which is something that I always did in my career, and we work with fashion. So we had plenty of opportunities, even though then the use case it's very similar. The thing that changes it's the behavior you have to give to the user, to the virtual assistant, and the data you need to feed into it. That's something that mostly everyone is experimenting with. Another thing that we're doing quite a lot is the information extraction use case, let's call it like that. So the one I was telling you before related to tenders can be horizontally applied to any process that have manual tasks that are carried out by humans. So in that case as well, we had and we are having several initiatives aimed at automatizing or semi-automatizing processes that are based on human tasks, human efforts to process documents. Before Gen AI, we worked on machine learning, the traditional one, so we have very wide experience in forecasting projects, for example. But we have also very interesting references and experiences in computer vision used for defect recognition. So we had our chances to to have fun on on quite some topics, let's say.
Amazing. So I think R&D represents a lot for you.
Yeah, we absolutely. To be able to take challenges such as the one I mentioned before, you need to be prepared from day one. And
exactly.
For that, you need to study before. It's like an exam, you need to come prepared.
Investments in time, resources, and money as well. But the ROI with AI, it's a bit, I would say, the time to value with generative AI, it's much faster than any other technologies.
And it comes back to what we were saying before. Most of the times, you don't need to train your model. So before generative AI, you had to have data, you had to clean it, and you had to train your model, and then you were able to really see what the behavior was and evaluate the performances. As of now, doing a quick test to check feasibility of a use case, it's as simple as going to Joule and ask it to do it for you. And if that's feasible, then you can maybe build something bigger around it. You can structure it, but checking feasibility or having a quick version that saves you part of the time that could be saved by the final solution. It's easier than before. Yeah, quicker than before.
Yeah. So SAP Business AI, what does it represent in the strategy of Avvale?
In general, lately, the let's say, interest of the market on SAP Business AI is incredible. We are facing a huge amount of customers interested in it, and typically they don't really know yet what could be useful for them, and they need a bit of guidance. So for us, SAP Business AI represents an incredible opportunity to expand our business and to apply AI on customers that, having SAP, have an incredible amount of data that could be leveraged, and an incredible amount of processes that could be automated or semi-automated. So that's what represents to us. In general, the approach that we try to follow is to understand the customer needs, and then from top, where there's Joule, to bottom, where there's custom AI, trying to understand if there's something that can be applied in their environment, in their context, that can bring value, while reducing as much as possible the development times. So SAP has an incredible catalog of pre-configured solutions and has some accelerators that can be used. So we try to not reinvent the wheel, of course. And then we have the ability, of course, to go custom in case there's a very tailor-made use case to be implemented.
Great, great. What about SAP Joule? Do your customers already use it?
There's a lot of interest in it, and some of them are already using it, but I believe it's kind of starting right now in terms of adoption. People are starting to understand the value, are starting to understand how it works, and I believe in the following months probably we'll see it grow in popularity.
Adoption.
Yeah, we see more adoption and grow in popularity even more than what it is now. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, very interesting. Thanks for these insights. Closing question. So close your eyes and think about 2030. How do you see Avvale and your AI team in 5 years from now?
That's a good one. Where do I see Avvale? I probably know it because our CEO always say where he's pointing. He wants to be a $1 billion company.
Billion-dollar company.
That's where we're aiming for sure. I think we'll get there. So hopefully, if we
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Talk you back in 5 years. Yeah, and but I believe we're doing a good job. We are trying to approach AI in the most professional way we were able to design, as we were telling before, not really aiming for low-hanging fruit in order to get the quick wins and then move on to another customer, but trying to understand it deeply in order to approach the bigger picture, approach the strategies of the companies we work with, and synergize with them in order to build something that aims at bigger returns for them in the longer period. So this is going good. So I believe we'll continue to grow. How much? Only time will tell. But I believe the future is bright. Hopefully
you will reach there, no doubts. Okay, Roberto, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed the episode. I learned a lot from you, and I'm sure our audience will learn a lot from you. So thank you very much.
Thank you.